Today I'm going to read Fat Cat at Large. This is written by Janet Cantrell, who's also known as K. George. It's a fat cat mystery. The butterscotch tabby crouched in his soft-sided carrier in the strange room. His nose twitched. This place was full of the smell of fear. He hadn't eaten for 2 hours. Time for a decent meal. At least a snack. He clawed at the inside of the zipper. The top flap budged a bit. After he silently worked at it for a few more minutes, the flap opened far enough. Purring, he sprang out. Charity Oliver jumped up from the plastic chair in the examining room and caught her cat. "Quincy! How did you escape?" She stroked him and he twisted his head to lick her hand. "Here, let me, Miss Oliver." Nice, deep, rumbling voice, she thought. The veterinarian took the cat from her. His strong hands were warm. He cuddled Quincy, who began a steady purr. "Please, call me Chase, Dr. Ramos." Only Anna called her Charity after all, and hardly anyone ever called her Ms. Oliver. Dr. Ramos set Quincy on the stainless steel examining table and fished his stethoscope out of his lab coat pocket. After sticking the earpieces into his ears, he bent his dark curls close to the cat to listen to his insides, then palpated Quincy's stomach. Chase felt bad about the poking and prodding her little darling was enduring, but Quincy didn't seem to mind it. In fact, he licked the vet's hand. This guy was no ancient fuddy-duddy vet like the one in Chicago, she thought. The pictures on the pale blue walls were of angelic children and fluffy pets, not clinical diagrams. Her heart rate sped up a little as she twirled a strand of her straight, honey blonde hair. He couldn't be much older than her own 32, and not bad looking at all. After the vet had taken Quincy's temperature and peeked into his ears and mouth, he lifted the cat onto the scale and frowned. "Is he healthy?" she asked. "I wanted to get him checked since we just moved here. I adopted him from a shelter. He was the smallest of the litter. Little stick legs and that sweet tail, it stuck straight up. Someone had dropped them off on the beach." She shook her head. I can't believe he's gotten this big. Isn't he handsome?" She was chattering, like a ninny. She needed to stop chattering. "You say he was found on a beach? Lake Calhoun?" "Oh, no, Lake Michigan. I got him when I was living in Chicago." When the vet looked at her, she noticed his deep-set, coffee-brown eyes for the first time. They matched the little chocolate labs on his white coat, except the little dogs couldn't give her that flutter inside. "Where do you live now?" he asked. "Here, Minneapolis. Dinkytown." There, that wasn't chattering. Dr. Ramos straightened and stuck his stethoscope into his pocket. He rubbed his palms together with a papery sound. "He's a nice-looking short-hair, healthy for now. You need to make some changes, though. I'm afraid Quincy is far too fat for his small frame. 15 pounds is more than he should be carrying." Okay, the vet wasn't that good-looking. Quincy wasn't far too fat, was he? Quincy meowed and batted at Dr. Ramos's elbow. Chase thought the cat was disagreeing, too. "We'll have to put him on a diet," the vet continued, catching Quincy's paw and stroking it. "Is he an inside or outside cat?" Inside." Mostly inside, except when he got out. Quincy was a clever escape artist. "Good." He whipped out a prescription pad. "Here's what we'll need to feed him. See that he doesn't eat anything else, other than a few treats. Is he used to eating twice a day or once?" "Well, I leave his food out." "Twice a day, to begin with. 1/3 cup per serving. I'll write the amount here. We take his bowl up when he's finished. Treats, only once a day. That's written down, too." "But he usually munches all day long. He doesn't eat that much." "He'll get used to it." Definitely not that good looking. Poor Quincy. "He won't like that." Dr. Ramos gave her a stern frown. His eyes were more of a hardwood brown than coffee. "Do you want a diabetic cat?" Who did he think he was? Her 6th-grade teacher? She raised her chin in defiance. "I'll see what we can do." The vet turned to go. "Bring him back in 2 weeks. I want to see his weight down by at least a few ounces." Thank you for joining me today in reading Fat Cat at Large by Janet Cantrell. If you'd like to learn more about the series or about Janet, a.k.a. K. George, go to the links below and you can read all about her and what she's up to. Thank you for stopping by. I look forward to seeing you next time.